thousands of protesters rallied in Center Vienna versus Austria's new coalition by the government of Conservative Party and Far for its cursing in. Amongst the banners were one's proverb, "Don't let the Nazis manage." The Liberty side, FPO, the younger affiliate, is the just distant right side to get in force in the EU. The FPO and Human Beings' side, OVAS, scheduled to carry out more stringent rules for refuge repatriates, following migration proven a main anxiety for Austrian voters. The coalition says Austria will remain in the EU. The new chancellor is Sebastian Kurz, 31, Europe's youngest lead. Where was a hard police force present external the Hofburg Castle for the cursing in? The FPO was based by ex-Nazis in the 1950s, but present it denies any connect in by the Nazi philosophy. The FPO has acquired several key posts in the coalition, take accusation of interior design and defense, and creature permitted to select the new overseas secretary. The new overseas secretary, Karin Neisl, is a Medium East specialist who speaks Arabic language and Jew. She has charged Deutsche Chancellor Angela Merkel of malpractice by enabling in recording numbers of migrants. Controversially, she as well told the confusion in the Arabic planet was partially inflicted by youthful jobless men. Someone cannot discover a female present since of his low statute. The coalition plans to do refuge repatriates brush above any cash money they include while they present an refuge complaint, so how it cash his well-being. They will as well include to brush above his portable phones so how the authorities can see of his information how they achieved Austria and whom they contacted. Phones will not be seized but where will be systemic checks. The FPO was in a coalition by the government up, in 2000. Behind later where was a enormous shout and the by the government was leftward diplomatically in isolation in the EU. But the period the response has been far more than muted. In 2015 Austria was at the cardiac of the EU's immigrant meltdown, while more than rather than a millionth refuge repatriates arriving, hoping to achieve Germany. Largest did go on to Germany, but Austrian assets were strongly extended and the meltdown spurred against immigration mood. Lot were refugees of the wars in Syria, Iraq and Afghanistan. On to the new Austrian by the government's plans, Chancellor, Sebastian Kurz, OVAS. The 31-year-old was overseas secretary in the outbound Austrian by the government. Interior Design Secretary, Herbert Kickl, FPO. The side's general registrar and campaigning CEO, 49, was a speechwriter for the deceased side lead Jaulier Hader and is a shut confidant of Mr. Strich. Overseas Secretary, Karin Neisl, designated by the FPO but not a term. The ex-briefcase, 52, speaks 8 languages and is not frightened of debate.